Hello coders, Synthetic Programming here with another video for you guys today, and today we are going to be making a keylogger in Python. Now a keylogger is a program that sits in the background of a user's computer and it records what the user types on the keyboard. It logs keys, right? Keylogger. So this program is usually used in hacking or for malicious data collection. So what a attacker will do is an attacker will go to a victim's computer, they'll put a keylogger on the computer somehow. And then that keylogger will just record what the victim types as they go about their normal business. The victim won't know that the program's there, but they will just continue to type, log into things, put in their email, their password. Then the attacker can either have that data stored in a file or, stored in a file on the computer or on a file that will be sent to the attacker over a network. So what we're going to do now is we're going to program a keylogger that stores the file on the computer in some sort of hidden file name for the attacker to then retrieve later. Okay, so just before we get started, really quick, thank you guys so much for 7,000 subscribers. The channel's starting to grow a little bit faster, so you know, who knows how big we'll get over the next couple months. We'll see, but thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll keep cranking out videos for you guys, you know, if these videos are still of interest to you guys, right? So okay, let's get started with the programming. So first thing we're going to do is from random import random. This is a function that's just going to be a random number generator. We're going to use that to make a new file name each time that we start the program that will store the data because we don't want it to overwrite, you know, a file. And you can give the file any path you want to hide it anywhere on the computer. Just for the purposes of this program, I'm going to store the file in the same directory as main.py just so you can see exactly how this works. So the next thing we're going to need is py input. Now if you don't have that module, you should install it, but from pyinput.keyboard we're going to import key, right? And we're going to import listener. Okay, so those are the only two imports that we need. Now let's make the output file name. So the output is going to be equal to let's add a couple letters. So for keylogger data, we'll do KLD, right? And then we can actually add to that string the string version of a random integer, right? This would return an integer, this function. So we want to turn it into a string. And in here, we're going to say anywhere from 0 to 10,000, okay, is going to be the name of the file. So the file name will be KLD and then some random number and then plus .txt, okay? So it's going to be a text file. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to initiate the file just one time. So we're going to say from with open output in write mode. So we'll put W, and this will make a new file. Okay, as F. Next thing we're going to say here is f.close. And the reason for that is we're just closing the file. We opened it just so we make it, and now we're closing it. Later we'll append stuff to it. Okay, so the file just needs to be created there. So we're going to start by writing a function called onPress. So def onPress key, right? So it takes in a key, and it says, okay, with open, and then output again, because we want to, that's where we're going to put our data, but this time we're opening it in append mode, so put A in here in this string, as F, right? So now the file's open, f.write, and what are we going to write into the program? Well, here we're going to say, in these parentheses, we'll have a string, and in the string, we're going to have curly braces and a 0, okay? And then that's going to be where the key that's pressed is formatted in. So we're going to say pressed, okay? And then after pressed, \n. That makes a new line, okay? So that's going to be added. And then what are we formatting it with? .format key, okay? So this adds the key to the beginning of that string in here, okay? Let's just make sure that I get this all. Okay, here we can actually take out these parentheses then. Perfect. So next thing we're going to do is just say f.close. Perfect. So now we're going to do the opposite, which actually we can probably just copy and paste. We're going to say this, except this time we're going to make it on release. Okay, and this is going to be when the key is released. So, right, released, like that. So now, let's see, are we on the right track? Yep, the last thing we need to do for this function is say that if the key is equal to key.esc, which is the escape key, right? Then f.close, return false. Not f.close, f.close is right here. Okay, perfect. So, okay, finally, the last part of the program, we're just going to write with listener, okay, just like that. And then in here, we're going to say on press equals on press, just like that. We don't need the parentheses. So then we can say on release, just like this, is going to be equal to on release. Again, no parentheses needed. Okay, and then we're going to say as listener, like that, with a lowercase case, and then we're going to say listener dot join. Okay, and that is actually the entire program. So there you go. That's the whole keylogger. So how does it work? So you get this program onto a person's computer, okay, and you run it. So we're going to run it like this, right? So now the program is running, and it's in the background, so no one will actually see the program running, okay? So now that the program is in fact running, what we're going to do is I'm going to open up some random website, never been on this website before, Login Canada, okay? So this is the victim now, minding their own business. They say, okay, my account or email, my account number or my email, okay, victim at, and then gmail.com, let's say, and the password is capital P A S S word, password, okay? Right? And then they hit enter. So obviously this says it's invalid, so that's fine. Let's get rid of that, okay? So now we come back to the computer later, we stop the program from running, and look, KLD9301.txt, okay? We open this up and look what it says. Okay, pressed V, released V, pressed I, released I. So victim, and then it says shift to. So what is shift to, right? It's the email sign, at. So victim at, and then gmail.com, right? And then over here it says key shift R pressed. So we know that this is capital now, because if this is pressed and then this is pressed, it's a capital P. So capital P, password. There we go. So we can see the data that the victim inputted into their browser is now stored in this data file, okay? So now you guys know how a keylogger works. You know how to make one in Python. Please use this responsibly. I do not condone any sort of illegal activities. So if you're going to be doing this, again, do this at your own risk and use it in your own way. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Ethan with Synthetic Programming, and I will see you guys in the next one. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace, guys.